Experts in China say it's going to take years before we see mass-produced solid-state batteries. Not all experts, but quite a lot of them are saying this. Some of the big companies are saying this as well. They're saying it's still early days. Don't believe the hype from Toyota. There won't be solid-state EVs with 1,000 miles of range next year or this year. But I'm not sure it's going to take as long as what some of these, you could say, experts say. The experts have consistently been wrong. Well, not all experts have been wrong, but honestly, if you go onto ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever it is, and you say, how often have experts gotten battery technology wrong on their predictions? You'll find it's very frequent. In fact, experts said sodium-ion batteries would never be used in EVs. And I'm talking, everyone was saying this. I mean, hundreds of people were saying this. And that kind of made me look like I was talking nonsense because experts were basically saying I was wrong and no, sodium-ion batteries wouldn't be used in EVs. Well, we all know how that's turned out. We're already seeing hybrid lithium sodium batteries in EVs, and we know that there are already EVs in China that have sodium-ion batteries in them. But this is different. Solid-state batteries, of course, are not sodium batteries. GAC, a company backed by GAC, which they manufacture the EV brand Aeon. They say they're going to manufacture the world's first mass-producible solid-state batteries. So is this real? Is this legitimate? Well, I can tell you that GAC already make their own batteries. They have been doing so for years. And the batteries they actually make themselves are quite advanced. In fact, I've done a few videos within the last few years on their sponge batteries. I think this is legit. I don't think this is like Donut Labs and their solid state whatever they are, those things. Anyway, let's look at the details here. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. Great to have you with us. GAC backed Greater Bay Technology, or GBT, has successfully produced its first A-sample cells of independently developed all solid-state batteries, which is a big deal. So they say that they have leveraged their proprietary composite electrolyte, and the company has overcome multiple challenges, as you have to with this, achieving progress in fast charging, safety, and very high energy density. So that's the blurb, but what do they actually do? Greater Bay Technologies say they've pioneered an unusual type of solid-state battery. It is a deep eutectic-based composite solid-state electrolyte technology. And they say this approach combines SDE-cured deep eutectic plus CFS anti-perovskite plus low-dimensional pneumatic nano confinement. I don't know if ChatGPT wrote that for them or not, but anyway, they say that creates an organic-inorganic composite ESC all solid-state electrolyte system with both high ionic conductivity and structural stability. It's a real word salad to say that they make an unusual solid-state battery. This tech has gotten support from major projects after evaluation by the National Development and Reform Commission in China. In other words, kind of like the government. So they produced A-sample cells, and those cells have the following specifications. Safety, completely free of liquid electrolyte. They're not a semi-electrolyte, not a semi-solid-state battery. The cells passed rigorous nail penetration, crushing, and thermal shock tests, achieving non-flammable and non-explosive performance, fundamentally eliminating fire and explosion risks associated with traditional liquid lithium batteries. Now, guys, there was a few people have posted this comment in the last couple of weeks. They have said lithium iron phosphate batteries cannot be set fire to. They are inflammable. So, yeah, this is completely false. Lithium iron phosphate batteries are less likely to have a fire, much less likely than NMC, but they are not inflammable, far from it. So these solid state batteries, as others that have been tested, apparently are inflammable. Energy density. So this is a little bit confusing. They say single cell energy density reaches 260 and up to 500 watt hours per kilo, higher than traditional liquid lithium batteries, while still creating space for lightweight and integrated vehicle design. So what does that mean? 260 to 500? I don't know, but for me, that's a red flag. a situation where you should not be saying 260 to 500. They are what they are. Is it 260? Is it 500? Is it 300? So that's the one red flag here. Some of the marketing jargon coming from as well, all that word salad that they used before, that to me is not necessarily a good thing. Charging. They achieve stable 2 to 3C fast charging. What's the charging speed? We don't know what 2 to 3C means because it depends on the battery size. But I'm going to estimate charging speeds probably around 500 kilowatt, up to 3C, probably maybe even a little slower than that. But anyway, that's actually not a red flag because they're being realistic here. They're not saying, oh, they have 12C charging, something insane like, we have 2000 kilowatt charging. We've heard that from some companies. That's a realistic number. Cycle life maintains performance comparable to mainstream lithium-ion batteries or lithium batteries with minimal degradation and excellent consistency over long-term charge-discharge cycles. So that's also maybe a bit of a negative there. They haven't actually said what the cycle life is. They're just saying they're similar to lithium batteries, which doesn't mean anything because some lithium batteries have a cycle life of 1,500, others have a cycle life of 4,500. That's a big difference. They need to specify what the actual cycle life is. But here's the thing. They are saying they will achieve gigawatt hour scale production in 2026 and begin vehicle installations, potentially becoming the world's first mass-produced all-solid-state battery. I hope before that happens that they actually give us some detailed specifications on the actual charging speed, things like the actual energy density. So a sample cell, says Car News China, refers to the initial prototype of a lithium-ion battery typically produced on a small scale in a laboratory setting. Its main purpose is to validate the basic design concept, verify the feasibility of materials, and conduct preliminary performance and safety tests. So it doesn't even sound like these are ready for mass production, but they're saying they are. So I don't know exactly what to think of this, but this company is making some big claims, and they appear to be backed by an arm of the government, which is quite compelling. That's unusual for that to happen. Will they be first to market with these new solid-state batteries? They could be. I honestly don't know. But like I said, I hope we get more information before that actually happens. Who knows? Maybe they'll turn up in a few months in cars and we'll be going, wow, this is cool, but tell us more about them. If that does happen, I'll do everything I can to actually figure out what the actual energy density is, what the actual charging speed is as well. Thanks for watching. Need expert advice on what car to buy, what solar system to get, what home battery to get, or potentially for your business? You can get, guys, a one-on-one consultation directly with me, 60 minutes of tailored guidance. This might help you avoid making a huge mistake spending money when you shouldn't, or potentially save you a massive amount of money. Click the link in the description below because I can assist you, and why not? The link is in the description. Thinking about getting solar, a home battery, or an EV charger? Check out Australia's best free comparison tool because it could save you a lot of money, guys. Click on the link below in the description and you can see how much you can save. Alternatively, give Resync a call. They are the guys who installed my battery and my home solar. I'll put a link to them as well in the description.